Hey, what's up everyone? This is Silver Slayer. Thank you for tuning into this video. Gold and silver is crashing. But what if I told you this is actually a good thing and that I knew this was about to happen? Well, that's the truth. This is called a correction, a pullback, a dip. This is actually healthy for gold and silver, and if we want prices to go higher, this needed to happen. I know that sounds silly and doesn't really make sense, but it needed to go down for it to be able to go up even higher. Now, when this happens, you do not want to panic. A lot of the new investors, the people that are coming in, that it's their first time investing into anything or their first time in the market of silver, they're going to be extremely panicked, extremely confused, and they're probably going to panic sell thinking the price is going to keep crashing. But you do not want to act off of emotion, especially during times like this when markets are so volatile. So let's jump into what's going on, why this is an overdue correction, and how much can gold and silver prices fall. So before we start, make sure to smash that like button. Let's see if this video can get 400 likes. That's the highest like goal I've ever put on a video. I know we can break that like goal though. You also want to be subscribed because I just passed 30,000 subscribers and I am doing a giveaway coming up in the near future. So with that said, let's jump in today's video. So the highly anticipated correction in gold and silver prices has begun. But don't despair, says Commerce Bank, projecting for the precious metals rally to resume after some profit taking has taken place. This is just people selling the tops. Buy the dips, sell the tops. So as silver was sitting with multi-year highs around $28, $29, of course people are going to sell, right? People that bought at $15, they're selling, making almost double the amount they paid for. And if you think about it, do the math, if you're buying hundreds if not thousands of ounces, that's a handsome profit. I don't blame them for selling. Right? I don't blame them for selling. And what that did was, as everyone sold, pushed the price down a little bit. And the funniest part is now that the price is down a little bit, people are going to be buying a whole bunch of silver back up because now the price is lower. So they sell the tops, the top pushes the price down, and then once it goes down, people buy back the dip, and then that pushes the price back up higher. So you do not want to panic sell because the price will go back, and it can go back even stronger than before. So gold has kicked off its downward trajectory after a failed attempt at a new record high on Monday. The precious metal made another attempt yesterday afternoon to reach the record high it posted at the end of the last week, though it failed and only made it to $2,050. The price has been on a downward trajectory ever since, wrote Commerce Bank. At the time of writing, the December COMEX gold futures were trading at $1,956 an ounce, down 4% on the day. It would not be surprising to see some significant profit taking this week, as prices saw extensive gains in the last few weeks, first breaching $1,920 an ounce, then rising above $2,000. And even starting to eye the $2,100 an ounce dollar level last week. The scale of the upswing over the past 4 weeks has been excessive. And that's extremely true, right? Precious metals are a much slower paced investment. They're not supposed to be moving like cryptocurrency and like stock markets. This looked like a Tesla stock market. This looked like Bitcoin a couple of years ago. For gold and silver to do this, it's extremely abnormal, and I knew it would be short-lived. And it lasted a lot longer than people thought. That's why this article was titled "An Overdue Correction Begins," because this should have happened a week ago, maybe even longer ago. Now, not saying that that's anything bad, it just means that a lot of people were excited about precious metals rising, and a lot of people were waiting for a long time for this to happen. So it just swung a little farther than it was supposed to. But things are still on track, and this was actually healthy for gold and silver to go even higher. So I'm even more bullish on precious metals. So Commerce Bank is not ruling out seeing gold retreat to as low as $1,924 an ounce. On top of everything else, the rally has been largely driven by investor interest, which might be enough to drive prices higher, but not enough to sustain the uptrend. So something to think about. Something to think about. If you were to go to the store, let's say you wanted a new pair of shoes. You wanted these shoes so bad, but you didn't have enough money to buy them. And then you went back to the same store a month later, and the shoes were on a huge sale. Would you be mad about that? No, because you're getting a discount. You're getting the price cheaper, and that's what's happening right now. A lot of people are mad that silver prices are lower right now. You should be happy. You should be looking and taking this as an opportunity to buy your silver cheaper one last time before it really goes up in price. Because this might be the last time we see $20 silver. It might be in the $30 range by next week or a couple of weeks, and it might never come back down to 20. So this is just one last opportunity to lower your dollar per ounce average. But people don't look at it like that. They look at it from a catastrophic mind state. And that's the worst way to look at things, because that's how you will catastrophize. That's how you will put yourself in a very risky situation, basing your investment decisions off of emotion. You want to look at things analytically, as realistic as possible. So, most importantly, this is not the end of the road for gold and silver prices. Adding that the rally will resume after prices consolidate lower. The long-term outlook for gold and silver remains positive. However, prices are likely to begin to rise again as soon as the current correction has finished. Now, how long is this correction going to take? It could take a couple days. It could take a couple weeks. I don't think it's going to be a couple months, because the 2020 presidential election coming up, because of how many people are bullish on precious metals. I think they finally got a glimpse and saw what silver can really do. And with that in mind, I definitely think there's still going to be a lot more buyers than ever, especially on the ETF side of it, where there's apps like Robinhood that make it extremely easy, extremely convenient, and it's extremely accessible for everyday people that aren't even educated with these exchanges, how to buy silver. Everyone can get their hands on silver and gold now, and that's going to definitely push prices higher, especially with a small market like silver. So here's another article talking about why silver's rally is far from over. I definitely agree with this article. Let's jump into some of the reasons why he thinks the rally is far from over. So silver hit its cheapest price in 40 years relative to gold a few months back. The metal was lagging behind gold in a big way. As I explained in the Daily Wealth Readers in May, this meant one thing: silver would come back with a vengeance, and it definitely did. That's exactly what happened. Silver is up 58% since I shared that opportunity. Meanwhile, gold is up 18%. Now, I have another important message for you today. If you think silver's rally is over, think again. The metal has broken out to a new 52-week high. It's showing no signs of slowing down, and based on history, this new high means 20% gains are possible over the next year. Let me explain. The move we've seen in silver is nothing short of spectacular. The metal more than doubled off its 2020 low, which was around $11, and it did something important along the way. Silver broke out to a new 52-week high in July, and while that might not sound like much, it's actually rare. In fact, we've only seen 16 similar breakouts going back to 1975. That means you can expect silver to hit new 52-week highs just once every 3 years. Now, I realize that buying after new highs is scary for a lot of folks. It feels like silver should be due for a pullback after such a price surge. But that's simply not the case. These moves are strong buy signals for investors. And that's just how trends work. When prices get moving higher, they tend to keep rising, and today silver's a massive uptrend. Take a look. So even though there is a slight correction right now, this is still showing, and he's still explaining why. The prices are still going to be moving upwards. We're not going to see $27 silver now in a couple weeks, 25, 24. No, this is a slight pullback, and trust me, sooner than later, it's going to start rising again, and you do not want to miss the boat. You don't want to be one of the people kicking yourselves in the butt because you doubted the obvious signs, the blatantly obvious signs. So since 1975, buying after breakouts like we're witnessing today can lead to serious outperformance. So just take a look at the table below. After extreme, 3-month is 10%. 1 year is 20%. All periods, 1%, 3.9%. Silver has been a slow mover over the past 45 years, with a typical annualized return of just 4%. But if you bought after the metal hit new highs, you could have done much better. So this is when the most hype is around it. This is when the most people are buying it. Everyone's talking about it. YouTube videos are being made about it. Articles, news articles, everyone's talking about it. And that's why you need to buy around these times, because silver will break out and it catches the attraction of a lot of investors and people that don't even invest. So if you've missed silver's rally up until this point, there's still plenty of opportunity ahead. History says a 20% gain is possible starting now. I urge you not to miss it. So especially after reading this, you should really take a note of what's about to happen, especially as people start to buy this quote-unquote cheap silver, this discounted silver over the weekend, and you really, it's really interesting to see in the next couple weeks where it's going to go, because if you look at the 1 month, this is the first time it's actually gone down to a substantial degree, and I think this is going to only push it up higher, because there's going to be a lot of buyers around this area looking to get into the silver market. A lot of people that missed around this range, and now is their opportunity. So anyways, the whole point of this article, this video, is just to make sure you guys understand that the prices are not going to start crashing. This is actually healthy for the market. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy this video, if you thought it was educational, informational, or at least just entertaining, make sure to smash the like button. Thanks for tuning in. This was Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.